Alrighty. You know, I figured this would be a good chance to talk to you guys about what all goes into these jobs and how complex it is, and how there can be a lot of errors. And I don't know how to say this. I don't want this to come across as rude or disrespectful. But what I can do is sometimes I can get excited and I can sound like a jerk. And I'm not trying to sound like a jerk. Things happen. This happens to me a million times. I just want you to understand how something can be kind of going smooth and then it can really just go to crap in a handbasket. And then what does it all involve? So first of all, this gate, could it have been checked? Yes. This was probably sitting at somebody's yard, right? Because this company's huge, right? And they got lots of property. And when they buy up other chunks of property, they will salvage what they can. And so this thing was probably just plopped here. And I guess what I'm trying to get across is that you can't go with anybody's word, right? You know, like these guys, you'll get these, you'll get your customers, right? And they just, yeah. They think they know everything, right? They'll kind of go in that whole, yeah, I just need 4 foot, you know? Yeah, I need 6 foot. Yeah, just 6 foot. We just need something to secure it, right? And then there's people behind them, right? There's their bosses, and then their managers, and the managers have bosses and stuff. And I think it's going to be so easy, right? Everybody does it, including me. I know you do it too. Everybody has this perception, right? It's easy to go look at somebody's work or whatever and go, what the heck, man? Were they thinking? Why did they do that, right? And then to go back and fix it is just a nightmare. Nobody wants to do rework. So with this being 7 foot, I realized that we don't have, little bugs are bugging me around here. So this is a 7 foot tall gate, which means you have to have 7 foot tall chain link. We have 6 foot chain link. So what does that mean? When I'm done with this job, the gate will look massive and the chain link will be down and it will look wrong. It'll look wrong. Flip the camera out here. Another thing is our vendor. Oh, my vendor. My vendor. You have to check everything, triple check everything, double, quadruple check everything. And I'm not trying to bash them because there's good people there. But yeah, we get, how do I say it? Knuckleheads? That sometimes things just happen. You know, there's a lot of events that happen. There's a lot of paperwork too. It gets to places. So for instance, I don't want to get too close. I don't want to be spilling names. This is 3-inch pipe. Right down here is 3-inch. That's 3-inch. Now, can you hang a gate on 3-inch? Yeah, you can. Do I recommend it? Not unless it's really small or like residential. Because my belief is that when you hang it on 3-inch pipe, the pipe chatters if you don't get it secure enough. And even if you do get it secure enough, I believe it has vibrations. And it doesn't roll as nice. It's kind of like when you see a big tree, right? You know you could hook a strap to it and yank a motor out of the back of your truck or something with it because you know it ain't gonna move, right? But a little tree, you just don't know. It's got vibrations to it. It might bend, it might snap. I think these have the same thing. So when you put your nylon rollers on, they're just so much solid. So the problem is that this is 4-inch. So these are made for going a 4-inch post, which is a lot bigger, a lot. And we have 3-inch. So that combination will not work. So that's a bummer. So my point is, there isn't really no point. It's just educational. Things happen. Got these bugs driving me nuts. I don't know what they are, like little termites or something. This job was going, right? And all of a sudden, bam, just like that, the whole dynamic has changed. Because now, go away. Don't be in my video. What do you do? Do you make it right? Do you just go with it? Was it low bid? Do you have to run approximately an hour away, one way, to go get material? You got to have a different truck. You got to have the trailer. You got to get the material. Is the job pressing? All this equipment sitting here, this stuff is now susceptible for theft. You just, see what I'm getting at? And so I like to show you guys this, and I hope you guys appreciate it. I really do. If you guys like it, comment below. Tell me, say, hey, man, I really appreciate you doing this. I really appreciate making videos like this, because, I hope it helps at least one person to understand the dynamics. I watched this one guy, right? I watch, I forget his name, but it's South Georgia Hotshot. He's a cool dude, right? I watch it because I was in trucking. I ran semis. And I look at it and I go, man, I just don't think that's a business I want to do. If I wanted to go, maybe when I got older, retire, I look at it, right? I watch it and I go, man, I just don't think that's a job. The freight sucks, the breakdowns, the tires, the brokers, So I kind of make these as the same and somewhat informative? Did I say that right? For you guys to know, this ain't bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's not the end of the world. We're making money, blessed, beautiful day outside. It's great. It's great. But I want people to understand all the tools and equipment. And over the weekend was, here fixing a tire on this piece of equipment so we could just run to the races for Monday. And here's Monday, and now it's like, well, what do they call it? Hurry up and wait, right? Now it's like you sit on your thumb. And so I'm gonna get some stuff organized. But yeah, this gate's a problem, and I understand the customer wants to use this gate because it's cheaper. It saves them a lot of money. I get that. But I learned this from my cousin, right? My cousin tells me one day he's doing an addition or framing a house or something. And he says, he goes, this lady, she had leftover 2x, right? 2x4s. And just to go show you how you think a 2x4 is a 2x4. If there's any framers or carpenter guys out there, you know what I'm saying. It's not the same. So he said, that ain't gonna work. And she goes, what do you mean? She goes, I got, all these boards. And he goes, I'm not doing that. He says, because if I use those boards and you want me to drywall this, the boards will be different thicknesses for the width. And I had a remodel I was doing, and I will be darned, I ended up using some used 2x4s and stuff like that, trying to repurpose them. Man, was that a nightmare. Stuff was not shimmed, the walls and stuff. It was like, now I get why it's like you just buy all new, and like I said, this is just one of those things that happens. It's like one of those things, like in a perfect world, right? You almost just have them drop it off. You got to come here and you got to spend a whole day, just sit here, eat your Doritos, drink a pop, have a smoky smoke if you need to, and you just sit here and look at it and go, what's going to go wrong? How is this going to screw me? What am I overlooking? What is going to be best for the customer? How is this all going to work? How is this all going to come together? How am I going to get the stuff here? How's material going to be here? Do I have the big enough stuff? The list goes on and on. Anyways, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I got a phone call coming in, so I got to go. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and thanks for watching. Bye. Bye, Mom.